Okay. Hi, my name is Melanie. I'm here to talk about my experience dancing with the Mansion. We did a video together for a song by Fucking in Country. Okay, it was a dream. There was Rehab, there was Tori Kelly, called Together. I really enjoyed the experience because it came at a time when I was struggling so much with being stuck inside my head and being quote unquote lonely. So first of all, the concept of togetherness really appealed to me when Connie reached out to me. Connie. When Connie reached out to me, because just that action really made a difference to me. Just being in the house all the time, all day, every day, had put me in such a very weird mental space. So by the time she was reaching out to me, I had first of all decided in my head, because I hadn't danced in what, 6 months? It's 6, okay. I hadn't danced in so long, and her asking me to, help out with choreography, and just, I was like, what? No, So yeah, also just getting out of that space of just not being productive, because I don't know, I wasn't really doing much. Is anyone doing much at this time? So yeah, case in point, it put me out of a very negative mental space and put me in a very positive energy of just striving to be together with people and striving to, just reach out to people, like not necessarily about dance projects or anything, but just being able to reach out if I'm not feeling okay, or if I'm feeling a bit crowded, if I'm feeling like there's too much, or if I'm feeling like I'm a bit overwhelmed, I'm able to at least reach out a bit. And yeah, if we fall, we fall together, and if we rise, or not if, but when we rise together. So there's that community aspect of life. As much as we try so hard as individuals to, bring other people down for, financial gain or something of sorts, there's so much going on in the world right now, and there's so much negativity around being together. So I think also listening to the song and just being able to internalize, like I remember I would listen to the song before, like I do my devotions, just to be able to get into the mood of worship also, rather than to be alone. So I have learned a lot about the concept of basically just togetherness, because I feel like right now there's a lot of negativity about being together because corona, but just not necessarily together physically, but also just together mentally. If we fall, we fall together. When we rise together. So if we're able to just be one in the sense of also just being one in Christ, because through Jesus, like if I'm praying for you, you're praying for me, if we're praying for each other, it's not necessarily that we are physically together, but we're spiritually in the same space. So just being able to understand and realize that there's so much we can achieve, there's so much more we can achieve if we're together, because there's also the aspect of bringing each other up, because for the longest time there's this mentality of, oh, if she's doing better than me, then I'm not doing anything or something of sorts. But we're all running different races, so just because someone somewhere is doing quote unquote better than you doesn't mean you can't be happy for them. So just being able to support other people and to support each other through everything we're doing, and just to be happy for each other. Working with Irene and Connie, it helped me also open up, because as much as we were dancing together, we also got a chance to talk to each other. Like there's a time we just sat down and spoke about how this project has changed us in a way. So yeah, it was nice to also just hear that other people are going through more or less the same things I'm also going through, and hearing how they're dealing with it, and realizing that I'm genuinely not alone. Like we're all in this together. We're all in this together. I'm so grateful to God for this opportunity, because during this quarantine time, I've also just gotten to reestablish my relationship with Him, and just rediscovering my faith in a way that I know would not have been possible if this pandemic didn't happen. So I'm not grateful for the pandemic, don't get me wrong, but I'm grateful for the time and the opportunity it gave me to just reconnect with myself and reconnect with God in a way that made me realize so many things about myself as an individual, and just myself as part of the entity that is the universe. And just grateful for the opportunity for planting the dream in Connie, just see her seeing the vision as it was. And so yeah, I'm really grateful for that, and I'm grateful that Connie reached out to me, and I'm grateful that she envisioned me in part of her you know, her dream and her project and her vision for what she saw together to be. And I'm grateful to for King and Country for actually sending that personalized message, bruh. Like, I felt so special in ways I don't even understand. But yeah, and yeah, I'm grateful to Irene for all the conversations we had, and yeah, also just the opportunity to dance again felt really good because, like I said, it's been a while. Yeah, first of all, dancing, it was, I don't know, like it felt so heavy because initially, I think when we started the project, there was this feeling of we need this to be perfect. It might, you know, show up on international TV. Like, there was that feeling of needing to be perfect. Midway through the project, Irene sent us an audio to the group and she was like, guys, we need to stop focusing so much on perfection and just focus on, you know, letting God work through us, because there's a reason that this dream was planted in our hearts. There's a reason that we got this opportunity. So instead of focusing so much on trying to be perfect for our sake, because if you think about it, the perfection is more for us than for anyone else, for us to look good, for us to, you know, show off that we can dance and we're doing the most with our lives, you know. So instead of focusing so much on that, let's focus on what God is trying to say to us through our dance or through the art or through the project in itself. So I think after that audio came, there was just that, I don't know, release of, you know what, baby, we don't need to be perfect. We don't need to do it doesn't have to be, you know, like ballet level. I don't know, like there was this so much pressure that just came off, like just like a weight just lifted, and we were like, you know what, we're doing this for the glory and honor of God. So let's just do our best, and regardless of what happens, we gave our all, and we you know, it was so genuine, you get. So yeah, after that, now I think also choreography became so much easier. Like everything just started coming a bit more easily because you're not focusing on, oh my God, I can't do this, or this is what I can do. It's more of, this will pass on a specific message, you know. So yeah, I don't know, I just felt like there's a part I created that was more or less like a flower kind of thing, and in my head it just felt like, you know, God was opening up some opportunity kind of thing. So it just, you know, just from the cocoon of caring so much about what people think to just, you know, opening up to the experience itself and just living life for him instead of for other people. I don't know, at the end of the day, I know God has my back, and what really matters is him. It's my identity in him, which is belovedness, which is some project we're doing. Y'all, look out for that. He calls me beloved. He calls me his beloved. So yeah, that's something. Stay tuned. Learn to admire other people's beauty without questioning your own. That's something I've learned through interacting a lot with Irene and also with Connie, because Irene, gosh, she's Miss Africa. She is. So initially, when getting to work with her, there was this intimidation of, you know, like, she's Miss Africa. And there was that fear of, I'm probably not good enough to be here, but then also just getting to know that, you know, she's human at the end of the day. Like, say it's not sure or anything, but you know, there's that also realization that her life is just as complicated as yours. Like, just because this is what you're seeing on social media showing you all this, there's also so much going on behind the scenes. Same with Connie. Connie's an amazing dancer. Like, guys, by the way, Kuna Venye, I was feeling so I'm like, you know, she's calling me and she's like, yeah, Mel, I thought of you. And I'm just there like, what? Who? How? You know, so also the feeling of just letting go of, yeah, I might not be the best dancer, but she saw me for a reason. Like, she had me and her vision for a reason. So just let go of the feeling of intimidation of you're not a good dancer, and just think of it as, you know, learn from her, learn what you can from her. Like, because her, like, what, 90% of the choreography is hers, you know, and we were just so excited to see it, and we're like, gosh, like, teach us, you know. So yeah, so if there's a way I can summarize the entire experience, is just learn to admire other people's beauty without questioning your own. Because at the end of the day, also from also speaking with them, there's so many things, yeah, there's so many things that I also brought to the table that I didn't really expect I would. You know, Sete came knowing, yeah, I'm going to bring a flower to this choreography and we're going to think of this paint thing. It didn't work like that. It just so happened that that was what I saw, and you know, it was so exciting to them. Like, also just seeing them so excited about something I did, it felt nice. So yeah, yeah, this was nice. Thank you, Irene, for, you know, being a good host. Thank you, Connie, for thinking of me. And we shall see you on the next project. Stay tuned.